Hello everyone and welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez and this is my weekly Moonday Oracle Message. This is going to be a message for the collective for the week of May 9th, 2022. So before I go into what I'll be doing here today, I'm just going to take a moment and allow people to connect and see that I'm live. And I've got a companion today who I did not realize was in here. Sneaky. I try not to have my cats in the room while I'm doing readings or anything, because even though they want to be here, they tend to make a lot of noise and commotion the moment I go live. So as long as she behaves, I guess I'll just let her chill out in here. Hello, Laura, Carolyn, welcome. Marianne, welcome. Let's see. Can only see a few of you for some reason, though I see there's much more tuned in. So if you're here, just feel free to drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. Let me know, if you can, how the quality of sound is on your end. And thank you all so much for popping in on the live. And happy Moon Day to everyone. How are you all today? Alan, welcome, my friend. Thank you for popping in and being here. Raham, welcome. Eleanor, welcome. Oh, it's so good to see you all here. Hi, Laura, welcome. So can everybody hear me okay? Just want to make sure. Hi, Dawn. Oh, thank you, Eleanor. Greatly appreciated. Oh, thank you so much, Alan. And please tell your wife I say the same. So sweet. Okay, so as long as you all can hear it okay, I'm going to go ahead and just share it really quickly. And on that note, how was everyone's Mother's Day? And happy Mother's Day to all of you that, whether or not you celebrate it in your country or not, it's Mother's Day every day, or so it should be. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, Jillian, the lovely golden vibes. Yes. Thanks for being here, hon. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share really quickly, so just bear with me. I wish we could do this in advance, but, you know, I know there's a way. I'm just can't be bothered to figure it out. I will one day, though. I know you can, like, stream from multiple platforms at once, and it's like, okay. I'm not gonna, it's just a little bit too much for me right now. Okay, I think I got one down. Perfect. Hello, Jeanette. Welcome. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Sometimes I can't see everybody tuning in, so again, just feel free to drop a comment. Let me know you're here. With Mercury Retrograde coming on as well. I know. Yep, absolutely. That will be, we're already in the pre-shadow, so communication has been interesting. I'll talk a little bit about that, and it will be on the 10th that it's going retrograde. So, you know, pretty much same. We're already in it. It feels like it's been a long time since I caught a live. Well, I know I wasn't here last week, but yeah, time has been really weird. And I don't know if you were here for the previous one, but time has been really strange, hasn't it? Like every day, I don't know what day it is. Isn't that funny? Every day, I'm like, wait, what? Where am I when I wake up? So definitely lots of quantum leaping and timeline shifting happening. So yeah, right on the money with that. All right, so with that said, for those of you who are new to Magical Me, welcome and thank you so much for being here. It does not matter whether you're watching this live or on the replay. I do set the intention that all those who are in need of hearing this message do so in divine timing. So that means whenever you catch this message, and if you find yourself here, replay or live, there is something that is going to resonate with you uniquely to your own individual or within your own individual life. So I'm not doing personal individualized readings here today, but I am doing a generalized overview for the week for the collective. So I try to do this every Monday if possible. If I can't go live, I try to tend to do something, whether it be just a quick little video or something. But again, I usually always try to keep it around the same time on Mondays, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, again, this is for a generalized message, just to give us a heads up as to what we all need to know moving through the energy of the week. And the purpose of that is to give us a bit of insight or divine guidance or advice even as to how we can best flow in alignment with the energy versus just being blind and swimming kind of against the current, if you will. We all know what happens when you do that. It causes a bit more chaos in our lives than necessary. So knowledge is power, and it does assist us in having the awareness to understand what's going on and then help ourselves through it. All right. So I do like to talk a little bit about news and announcements that I might have going on first. So I'll do that. Then I will do the Moonday message utilizing oracle cards and my own intuitive abilities. And the mudra that I do every week, I will be posting a video of and on my page after this live is done airing. Hi, Donna. Welcome, gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here. So happy you could make it. All right, so news and announcements. So I have both Magical Me as well as my sister business with my two partners, Lindsay and Karen, over at Oracles of the Light. So I tend to share both here. So with that said, right now over at Oracles of the Light, Karen and myself are running a monthly Cosmic Oracle group. Now this is a paid group. So for $33 for the month, you receive in this private group setting on Facebook, you do receive daily oracle messages from both myself and Karen. We kind of rotate throughout the entire month. So however many days in the month, whether it be 30, 31, or 28, we have that many days of daily oracle messages for you to wake up to, so that you have a bit of an insight, just like the weekly message here, but every single day to help you get through the energy of that day and kind of see the theme that starts to play out as well. With that said, we also do 2 energy forecasts for the month. So I'll talk about anything astrologically or cosmically that's going on, how we can best work with that energy or how it might impact us. And then Karen shares a sound attunement to go along with whatever cosmic energies I am discussing in those energy forecasts. So it's really amazing offer to have so much awareness, so much information to work with, also to be attuned to those frequencies. And on top of that, anybody who joins the Cosmic Oracle gets a bonus audio recording of that month's in-person sound bath that we host at Oracles of the Light. So that's great for those of you who cannot attend in person. It's great for those of you who are far away and not able to make it in person ever. And so it's a $33, those sound baths in person are usually $33. So you get that for the price of the $33 monthly membership. Now, because it wouldn't really be fair to keep charging people throughout the month after the time goes on, we are shutting the opening for May down as of the 15th. So if you would like to join, now would be the perfect time. You have access to everything that's been posted in there so far. We also bring forward a cosmic goddess or god to come forward and bring us all a message as to what they most want to assist us with. And we do that channel through a message specifically from that energy, as well as a light language transmission from myself and a sound attunement from Karen as well. So it's quite a lot of information coming in. Again, $33 to join. If you are interested, just send me a message and I will get you the information to join. Okay. Hi, Flo. Welcome, lovely. Thanks for being here. So the other thing that we have going on is the in-person Cosmic Sound Bath. And that is, a lot of people have actually asked me what a sound bath is. And for some reason, I just forget that. Not everybody might know what that means. And so people literally, sometimes take that as like it's some sort of like, kind of like how they have those float tanks and things like that. It is actually an in-person group meditation open to the public, not just, individual groups. It is open to the public, and it's a 45-minute to an hour long sound meditation. So really what that means is Karen and myself, between using crystal singing bowls, planetary sound pipes, and light language transmission, we bathe you basically in frequencies of all of these cosmic sound healings. And so with that said, we always align our sound baths to any major cosmic events going on. For example, this month will be on the 15th. So it is a Sunday evening, we don't usually do things on Sundays, but we wanted to keep it in the window as close as possible to this month's full lunar blood moon. It is a full lunar eclipse blood moon. Quite a mouthful there. In the sign of Scorpio. That is also in the South Node, and in the Cosmic Oracle we talk all about that and what that means, but really what we're going to be doing is attuning everybody to that frequency of, and really drawing down the energy of that moon into our own bodies, working with the power of the moon, and doing a kind of full moon ceremony of sorts at the same time. So it is really quite powerful. It's all situated around the theme of death and rebirth at this time, so great time for breakthroughs. And eclipses are incredibly powerful and transformational no matter what the sign they are in. They are bringing about major life-changing events. Hello, Ashley. Welcome, gorgeous. So again, the in-person sound bath is going to be on Sunday, May 15th at 6 p.m. There has been an event created. It is $33. Seats are limited. We only have 20 spots available. Now, there's already been some purchases, so we don't have 20 anymore, but for the maximum for that event is 20 seats. So, and literally everybody is laying down. So it does limit the space that we have. So if you are interested in attending that, I was going to say attuning to that, but that too. If you are interested in attending, I do recommend jumping on that as soon as possible. Those tickets do sell out really quickly. All right. So the event is there. If you would like more information, we are also working with the Pleiades energy this time. There's a little bit more information about that in the event, as well as we are entering the Pleiadian Stargate. Also, tons of information about that coming in the Cosmic Oracle as well. See, I am teaching an in-person Reiki Level 1 certification course for anybody who is interested. For those of you who are farther away, I always have those classes available online. So if you're interested in taking Reiki 1 with me in a private group where you learn on your own time and then do a one-on-one attunement with me through a live video chat, that's also an option as well. May 22nd, but the deadline to register for the in-person Reiki 1 is on the 10th. So yeah, that's coming up tomorrow. I was like, what day is it? And then I'm also teaching a Reiki Level 2 practitioner course, again, certification course in person, also available online, but I'm offering it in person on June 5th. So if you're interested, I think the deadline is May 25th, but the events for both have been created. Check them out if you are interested. I think that is it for now. Okay. Whew, I got that all out. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and bring forward that message. So if everybody just wants to come on into sacred space with me, I'm just going to have you close your eyes if you can, and just obviously be mindful of your surroundings. Make sure it's safe for you to do so. But if you can, close your eyes, and just for this time, just be in this present moment and take a nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose. And release. Just letting go of all stress and tension in your body. Letting go of all worry. Again, nice deep breath in through your nose. And as you release the breath, again, allow all worry, all thought to just fall away as you come into this present moment. Again, nice deep breath in through your nose. And release. So we drop our minds now down into our heart space. Just being present within our feeling. And you can open your eyes. Hello, beautiful Bree. Welcome and thanks for being here, Goddess. So happy you could make it. I did share some news and announcements, but you're in perfect timing for the message. So with that said, like I said, Mercury is going retrograde on the 10th, and I try not to do too much astrological stuff here because I'm doing so much of it in the Cosmic Oracle. But you know, it's happening, so it's just something to be mindful of, that on the 10th Mercury goes retrograde. We are already in the pre-shadow. We've been for like the last 2 weeks, I think. So with that said, I have noticed a theme of communication coming up, and that is Mercury's stomping ground. So Mercury rules over the throat and communication, as well as the mental body and the mind, because it is also it rules over Gemini, and it's actually going to be if I'm not mistaken, I write that down. Oh, so many dates in my head. Yes, it's actually going to be in Gemini. So that's kind of like double whammy when it comes to our mind, our thoughts, clarity and communication, and mind and mouth might not be working in perfect harmony at this time as things start to purify. So it's important for us all to kind of take a step back and just be aware that communication and the theme of lack of communication right now is actually really running big. So it is important to really think through your delivery, because not everybody is communicating in the same way, or the communication is not being totally received in the way that you intend it to, or vice versa. So this is where lots of misunderstandings and miscommunications happen. So very, very important to kind of step back and reflect before communications happen. And also, if there's any discord happening with others, it's really important to take a look into where there might be a lack of communication happening. It's really just only providing us an opportunity to be more mindful in how we communicate to one another. And also, there's this huge theme coming up. I posted a little bit of a message today, some of you may have seen it, regarding compassion as well. So that kind of goes right in there with our communication, but really having compassion for any challenges that are coming up, looking at them as opportunities to learn and grow from. As Mercury retrograde is always a time to really stop, slow down, and reflect. It's a very powerful time for learning. A very powerful time for us to look at how things may have not fully been in as alignment as we thought they were. And so lots of the mishaps come up in order to teach us, to show us where we're a little off kilter or balance there. Okay. All right. So at the same time, this month is a huge opening. Every year this happens at the same time, May 16th through the 24th, with the pivotal peak happening on the 20th, is the Pleiadian Stargate, where Pleiades star system actually kind of aligns with our sun. And so this really opens up the doorway for the Pleiadian frequencies and light activations to come through. Pleiades is on an overall picture, because I go more in depth with this in the Cosmic Oracle, so I don't want to do too much here. But really just as an overall picture, Pleiadians also associated with death and rebirth, which is the same exact time as this solar eclipse happening. So I keep saying solar eclipse. It's a lunar eclipse, everybody. We had the solar eclipse on the 30th. Lunar eclipse, blood moon in Scorpio, also in the South Node. So really showing us this pivotal window for transcending and a dying away of the old and transcending into the new. So there's this whole death and rebirth thing happening right now. So I decided to work with the Pleiades Star Temple Oracle, and this is by Susie Cherub. Okay. Hey Fred, welcome and thanks for being here. Perfect timing. All right. So let us see what guidance comes forward from the Pleiades for the collective and what we most need to know this week of May 9th, 2022. Oh, yes. So this is a number 9. It's an 18, breaks down to be a 9. I've seen lots of 9s today. So really does align with what I just said about death and rebirth, as the number 9 to me is associated with leveling up. But before we level up, we have to bring to a successful closing of an old chapter. So not just any old chapter. This is a major chapter of our lives. And the way this is working out with the eclipse, as well as that Pleiadian alignment happening, Mercury Retrograde, everything just kind of coming together. We also have a huge Jupiter shift happening into Aries on the 10th as well. First time in 12 years. Again, I talk more about this in the Cosmic Oracle if you're interested in joining that. All of that information, like I said, well worth it. But all of that happening speaks of transformation, and in a sense of, again, leveling up but rising beyond, transcendence. So very powerful. 9 to me is always about the achievement or attainment of a major goal too. So this is like major life checkpoint closing out here, where you have really moved through a lot of those necessary lessons, cycles, and you are fully ready to leave the old behind and step up into a higher vibrational level, and really embodying more of a higher consciousness, a higher timeline. Interesting, we were talking about that too before. And so the card is the star in the Pleiades system known as Electra, and it says, the shining star, glow. I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. Look at that. What a beautiful card. And I love this because oftentimes when cards depict mirrors in Oracle, it is so often that when the being that's in the mirror is looking at their reflection, it's often not the same reflection. Hey, Heather. Yes, right? It's an awesome deck. So awesome. So oftentimes the reflection in card images with mirrors, because they're always trying to send a bigger, deeper message, is often not the same image as the being on the outside of the mirror. Usually it's trying to teach us that, how we see ourselves in the mirror, whether we're seeing ourselves in a negative light, or are we not seeing ourselves as we fully are. But what I love about this is that Electra is seeing herself for who she truly is. She's seeing her soul's radiance in physical embodiment now. So it's one thing to see ourselves in, as others to see ourselves in our true light. It's one thing to see ourselves in a mirror as our true light reflected back to us. But it is another thing to feel and see ourselves and to know our true light and the truth of who we really are. And what I even love more about this is that she's not even looking at herself in the mirror. She just is. She just knows. And it's of no consequence to her because she isn't fixated on that either. And Venus is doing so much stuff. You guys have seen, I'm sure. Again, I cover a little bit in the Cosmic Oracle about it. Venus has been doing so much stuff, especially being in the sun sign of Taurus. Taurus's ruling planet is Venus, and so it is all about our self-image, our self-love. It is about our self-worth and what we value, our relationship with ourselves, relationship with others. And a lot of that comes up to how we are so concerned about how others see us, that oftentimes we're tormenting ourselves, or we're dragging ourselves through the mud trying to meet these really illusions of what we think we need to be, or what we think others need us to be, but we're never, ever focusing on who we really are and how we need do nothing but simply be. Let's simply radiate that truth in every fiber of our being by being unapologetically who we truly are. And just everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we dream is in alignment with that in which we already are. So again, it says, I no longer dim my light. I shine bright for all to see. So this week, we're having these breakthrough revelations or epiphanies that we no longer need to strive to be who we only hope to be, or to be like anybody else but who we truly are. Because your light, my light, is magnificent in its uniqueness, in what it already is and what you already have been. And it is your unique signature, your unique frequency that was needed here on earth, which is why you chose to incarnate at this time. So by being like everyone else, or trying to meet the standards or the standards of others, the ideologies of others, or your own limiting thoughts of what you perceive that people might want you to be, which might not even really be true. You really only have to be what you already are, what's always been in your heart. Okay? So this week there is some sort of like revelation coming in, or there is an opportunity for you to embody more, because that's really what it feels like. It's one thing some of you might sit here say, I know though, I know who I am. And I know that because for I don't know how long I've known who I am, but it's another thing to know who you are and to know how to embody that here. And I think that's the bigger message coming through, is to be, embody, fully integrate the light of who you really are. And I think that the reason that this might be coming forward is because Mercury in retrograde in the sign of Gemini is quite intense, and it does quite a doozy on our mental health. Now, you heard me say that Gemini is ruled by air. Mercury is also ruled by air. And in its home sign, it would be one thing. It would be wonderful because we just received tons of inspiration, tons of downloads, and we might still do that. But when Mercury goes retrograde, it takes us a step back with those things in those areas. So we might have these moments where we are challenged to see true, where we are asked, where those any remaining hidden areas of self-doubt, of a lack of confidence, a lack of belief in your abilities, or in where you're meant to be going, or even purpose or direction, any of those things that are still remaining due to some sort of wounding or a trauma beneath the surface, they're going to come up with Mercury retrograde, and it might come up through, again, your thoughts. And it might come through as a limiting thought form, a limited belief, a false belief or an illusion. How you truly embody that light of who you really are is by seeing through the illusion and saying, this isn't true because I know who I really am. But it's merely an opportunity for you to witness those things that were lying dormant beneath the surface. Send them love and let them go, and rock your majesty and be that who you always have been here. All right. So this could also come forward in many different ways for all of us. I mean, there might be literal moments where, again, when Jupiter comes forward as well on top of that, at the same time as that Mercury retrograde, it's interesting because there's going to be a push and a pull, because Mercury is going to be going retrograde, which is seemingly backwards or slowing down, which is often the time where we don't want to make a whole lot of big decisions or forward movement. But then when you have Jupiter coming in moving into the sign of Aries, which is the sign of fire, which is all about putting fire, literally igniting and going, setting everything ablaze. And that's that action and forward movement there. And Jupiter expands and grows everything it touches. It's going to feel magical at the same time. So we're going to have those moments where you actually might feel a little crazy, because you might feel like 1 minute I'm up here and the next minute I'm back down here. Find that way to bring it back up, and remember that there is a lot of mental thoughts and mental body being affected or impacted with this particular Mercury retrograde. So very important to step back, hold space, witness whatever's coming up, and then kiss it goodbye. All right. So shine bright for all to see. You no longer dim your light. Be who you were always meant to be. Okay. All right, everybody. That is our message for the week. What a beautiful one, especially to have that awareness before we really get thrown into this week's cosmic stuff. Because again, you're talking about Mercury retrograde, but we've got the Jupiter moving into Aries. We've got, and that hasn't happened in 12 years. We've got, again, the full moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio with the Pleiadian Stargate opening. I mean, it's intense, right? So having this awareness in advance, it's the magic. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you all so very much for being here with me on this magical moon day. I hope that you are having amazing weather wherever you are. And if not, I hope that you can find some amazing in the whatever weather, and get out there and enjoy your life. And again, don't dim your light for anything or anyone. Okay. I'm going to share the mudra for the week as well. As soon as this is done airing, I will pull that and then post it on my page. Okay. Take care, everyone, and thanks again for being here with me.